Krishna Indo, Khushi Khari Indo. Krishna Indo, Krishna Indo, Pyar Khari Indo. Krishna Indo, Krishna Indo, Dil mein veji vindo. Krishna Krishna, munjo pyaro Krishna. Krishna Krishna, munjo pyaro Krishna. Krishna Indo, Gam Khani Vendo. Krishna Indo, Dap Khani Vendo. Krishna Indo, Shanti Dei Vendo. Krishna Krishna, munjo pyaro Krishna. Krishna Krishna, munjo pyaro Krishna.
Krishna Krishna. The best stories that we like to hear is about friends, don't we? And Krishna had so many friends in Vrindavan, especially all the Gopas. But there were some special friends, even later on in the life of Krishna. For friends are so important in our life. They are people who probably we never knew before, but we learn to love them. We begin to share with them. Life is so beautiful when we have friends. But it's most important to be a good friend. Then only we have got very nice friends. Everybody wants friends. But who is a good friend? And Krishna is the best friend for everyone. There used to be a Brahmin by the name of Sudama. Do you remember? I had mentioned about him briefly before. Sudama was a very, very noble man, very honest, very nice, very helpful, very kind, and very, very devoted to the Lord. But because of his past destiny, he and his family lived in a lot of poverty. He did not even have proper clothes. His clothes were torn. His wife did not have proper clothes. To clothe his children, he wore himself very, very old clothes. There were times that there was not even food in the house. One day, his wife, very nicely, very gently, very sweetly, without any complaint, went to her husband Sudama and told, Sudama, we are living in so much poverty. And you keep on talking about your best friend during your school days, Krishna. We are living in such difficulties, our children don't have food. Can you not go to your friend Krishna, who I hear is the Prince of Dwarka, and he is so benevolent, so kind. Will he not give you something by which we can feed our children well and house our children well and educate our children? Please, go to him. I know he will help you. His wife telling him again and again. And Sudama, wanting to meet his Krishna, whom he had not met ever since his schooling days in the Gurukul of Sandipani. So he said, okay, if you say, I will go. But as he was going, she said, you can't go empty-handed. She went and borrowed some beaten rice, poha, some beaten rice, and put it in a rag cloth. She didn't even have a decent cloth, and made a packet out of it. And she said, you please take this for your Krishna. You can't go to your friend empty-handed. Take him for Krishna. Sudama kept that pouch in his dhoti, and he walked all the way. He could not go by any fancy vehicle. He was very, very poor. But when he was going, he was thinking, will Krishna recognize me? And with all these tattered clothes, the Lord of Dwarka, with all his riches, will he even invite me? Will I be able to go and meet him? He is now the prince, the king of Dwarka. For them, he was the king. Though Krishna never himself called himself as the king, he made his grandfather Ugrasen as the king. But he was the ruler of the whole kingdom with all his wealth, his palace. Will he recognize me? And yet in his heart, I love my Krishna. Krishna loves me. I will meet Krishna. I will go to Krishna. And how? I am also going to Krishna when I want something from Krishna. But will Krishna meet me? I know he is so giving. He will give me in plenty. But how will I meet him? How will he meet me? Will he be sitting on the throne and I will have to go and bow down to him? Will he recognize me? Will he be ashamed to call this poor person as his friend? But no, it is my Krishna. I know he will recognize me. He will call me as his friend. But at the same time, he was feeling ashamed. How can I go and tell anybody I am his friend? And Sudama reached the gates of Dwarka. He entered Dwarka and saw the splendor, the beauty, the richness of Dwarka, and finally finding out where is the house of Krishna, came to this palace, and at the gate were these guards. Sudama, with his tattered clothes, went to the guards and pleaded to them that please let me go and meet my Krishna. And they said, who are you? And he said, just tell Krishna, Sudama has come. The guards went inside, and Sri Krishna was sitting on his beautiful couch with Rukmani, his wife, and they were playing a game of dice. They were playing a board game. They were playing that board game. And while they were playing that game, this guard came there and says, "Oh Lord, there is a person who has come to meet you." Krishna was playing dice. So Krishna looked at him, because Krishna doesn't stop anyone from meeting him. And he said, "Who has come?" He said, "If you look at him, he's wearing all torn clothes. Seems to have come from a long way. He looks like he's got all mud over him. He doesn't even have a sandal on his feet. And he keeps on saying that I've come to meet my friend Krishna, and tells his name is Sudama." The moment Krishna heard the name Sudama, he jumped out from the couch, ran himself towards the gates. And the moment he saw Sudama, with tears in his eyes, he went and ran towards Sudama. And Sudama, looking at Krishna with his silken clothes and his jewels, tried to bow down. But Krishna immediately caught hold of him and embraced him with tears and said, "Sudama, Sudama, you forgot me? You have come after so long. All this time you did not think about me. You did not think about your friend. You never came to your friend. You never sent a message to your friend. And Sudama, with tears in his eyes, that after so many years, they were little boys at that time, and now they had become so old. But Krishna, just by the name Sudama, recognized him, embraced him, and Krishna just held his hand, put his arms around him, and said, "Come with me, come with him," and took him inside his chamber. All the princesses and the queens saw Krishna bringing this poor Brahmin with his torn clothes, and Krishna made him sit on his own couch and sat at his feet and looked at Rukmani. "Bring water, bring food." And they ran to bring, because if Krishna is worshipping this Brahmin, he must be someone great. They immediately went and brought water, and Krishna washed the feet of Sudama, sprinkled water on him, gave him water to drink, and just with tears in his eyes says, "Sudama, you're meeting me after so long." And Sudama is looking that the prince of Dwarka is sitting at my feet and praising me, and the queens like Rukmani are fanning him. He felt so blessed. And Krishna said, "Sudama, Sudama, how can I forget my days in our Gurukula, in our school? And you remember how once we had got lost in the forest. We too had gone to collect wood for our Guru Sandipani, and we were in the forest, and it started storming, and there was thunder, lightning. It was dark at that time, and there was water everywhere, and we had to spend the night to keep away from wild animals. You climbed on one tree, I climbed on other tree, and we did not know if we will fall asleep and fall down. So we kept on talking to each other. And you know, the food packet that they had was with Sudama. Krishna had not eaten anything that evening. And when next day, when the Guru did not find the two boys, the Guru came searching for the two boys. I said, "You remember how our Guru blessed us? That there is nothing greater than the service of the Guru." And how he blessed us because we had gone to bring wood for the ashram to serve our Guru. And there is no greater worship, no greater merit than winning the love of the Guru through serving the Guru. And how will I forget? But both of us were there, and we had gone to serve our Guru. And what were those lovely days, no? We were together, we used to sleep on the ground together, we used to play together, we used to study together. And Sudama is thinking that my Krishna remembers everything. Who could have a friend like this? After Krishna had fed him with the most delicious meals that were cooked, gourmet meals cooked in the palace of Dwarka. And after he had eaten, Krishna said, "Sudama, you must have married, you must have had children. How are they all?" Sudama said, "They are very nice. It is my wife only who told me to come to you." But he could not tell Krishna that I have come here because I am so poor. Because Krishna did not even as though see his poverty. He just saw his friend. He could not ask Krishna for anything because he got so much love from Krishna that he just forgot. He even forgot that he had that pouch with that beaten rice, poha. Krishna said, Sudama, you've come to me and you did not bring anything from my bhabhi. You did not bring anything from your wife to me. I'm sure she would have given something for me. Sudama suddenly remembered, but he was feeling so embarrassed that here is the palace of Krishna and he has given me such wonderful clothes to wear. He's given me such good food to eat. How can I give this Sudama's poha, just beaten rice, hardly cooked, to Krishna? But Krishna said, I'm sure she has given. Where is it? Oh, I see a pouch on your waist. She must have given something for me. Tell me, what have you brought for me? He said, no, nothing really, Krishna. It's nothing. I cannot give you. It's nothing. And Krishna says that when even a leaf, a flower, a little water, or even, not even a fruit, a small berry is given with love, it is the greatest gift in friendship. For me, it is the greatest gift. So tell me, what is this big pouch do you have? Give it to me. And Sudama, feeling very shy, handed over the pouch to him. And when Krishna opened, he said, Poha, my favorite. See, I know I have not met your wife, but I knew that she will send me something which is my favorite. Thank you for bringing me poha, because nothing tastes like this. You can have all fancy restaurant food, but nothing like homemade poha. And Krishna took one big handful and he ate it. Sudama is wondering that my Krishna respects my ordinary gift. Such is my Krishna. And Krishna ate that. And when he went for the second one, Rukmini immediately grabbed it from him and said, Krishna, now are you going to eat it all or can I eat something? And she took it away from him. And Krishna said, why are you taking it away from me? She said, no eating anymore. Because she whispered to him that one handful of poha given with love to Krishna means Krishna will give all his wealth to him, of the universe to him. And if he ate the second poha, he will give Rukmini, who is Lakshmi, only to him. So she said, no, you give it to me. Krishna understood Rukmini's feeling and he said, very tasty poha, you also eat. And Krishna enjoyed the poha. He gave all the comfort to Sudama. And when Sudama was departing, Krishna said, when are we going to meet again? Sudama said, I have come, I have seen you. You have given me so much love and care. And both hugging each other. When Sudama was leaving, Krishna had tears in his eyes and said, come back soon, come back with your family. And Sudama left. When Sudama was going back, suddenly Sudama remembered that my wife said, bring money, bring some wealth. But he said, Krishna gave me so much love that I forgot to ask him for anything. And how can I ask him for anything? And Krishna also was so happy to meet me that he gave me nothing of wealth. But what he gave me, the love, the care, the respect, which is more than anything in this world. I don't care for the wealth. But what will I tell my wife? But I'll tell my wife how Krishna treated me, how we met. And when he came back to his village, he was surprised. He could not recognize anything. There was huge mansion there, and people dressed so beautifully with jewels and gold and necklaces and bangles. And he was wondering, where have I come? Have I forgotten my place? But this is where my house was. Here is a mansion. What happened to my house? What happened to my family? And there were children playing there, and they came back. Papa, 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 Papa. He said, who are you? He could not even recognize his children were normally with all mud and with dirty clothes and torn clothes. Now they were dressed so beautifully. And from the mansion came this beautiful lady dressed with such beautiful clothes and jewelry. He looked at her beautiful face, and she came to him and said, my dear husband, look. He said in his mind, I thought Krishna gave me nothing of wealth, but gave me the wealth of love and friendship. But Krishna had also sent all the wealth to make him live very, very comfortable. And he realized that my Krishna loves me so much. But he and his wife lived with what was only needed, so that in the wealth and the pleasures, they don't become proud and forget Krishna. And Sudama, his wife and his family, all the time, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna in the Khushi khari in the Krishna in the pyar khari in the Krishna in the dil mein veji vendo Krishna Krishna munjo pyaro Krishna 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 munjo pyaro Krishna Krishna in the gam khani vendo Krishna in the dap khani vendo Krishna in the shanti dei vendo Krishna Krishna munjo pyaro Krishna 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 munjo pyaro Krishna.